I see you've been out walking without the company of your cortege, Lord Larsa. We caught her wandering out of the mines. You must take care with such undesirables about.
I was kidnapped.
Silence.
If it is a crime to wander on one's own, then I too am guilty. Marquis, I trust that your estate can accommodate another guest.
Why not?
Judge Geese, I shall heed your counsel. I will not travel unaccompanied any longer.
That was unexpected.
Thank you, Penello.
Of course.
What's Penello doing? And what's the deal with that Lamont?
That's no Lamont. Larsa Ferinas Solidor, fourth son to Emperor Gramis and brother to Vane.
What? That kid?
Do not worry. I believe he will treat her well.
Nobody knows men like Fran does.
Our purposes lead the same way. To Ondor. We must find means to approach him.
The Marquis is channeling money to organizations opposing the Empire. We'll start there.
I have a story that I've been waiting a very, very long time to finally say on this channel. Because I've kind of wanted to play this game at some point, so I could tell this story. Oh, another cutscene.
Marquis Ondor announced my execution 2 years ago.
Actually, hang on a second. I'm going to pause here, because this cutscene is a lead into the massive, massive meme moment that I'm going to need to talk more about. So, first time I played this game, my reaction to that cutscene was not, Larsa's Vane's brother, but, Larsa's a boy?! Yep, I spent that entire dungeon thinking Lamont was a girl. And they went out of their way to hire a boy child actor to play him rather than have a girl voice him. And I still thought he was a girl. Yeah. Anyway, back to this.
If news of my survival were to spread, the Marquis may find his position compromised.
The men he's been funding bear little love for the Empire. They won't be thrilled to discover that rumors of your death were, in fact, greatly exaggerated. If we were to raise a clamor to that effect, we might just get their attention.
Nothing to it. I'll just go around town spreading the word. How about this?
Yes, this is it. This is actually it. I'm sure anyone of you who's familiar with this game will have been waiting for this moment. Here it is.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. Well, what do you think?
That certainly qualifies as a clamor. All right, Vaughn, get to it. For the girls' sake, eh? Oh, and the more people around to witness your little performance, the better. If we're going to reach the Marquis, it's up to you. We'll be waiting here if you need us.
And so, you might not realize why this is a meme yet, but you will when you realize that we have the Y button to be able to do this anytime we want.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
Two Bujervans heed your words. So basically we're doing the exact opposite of what we were told to do when we first came into town. So we now have 10% notoriety. But you might notice your notoriety drops as time passes. And because your notoriety keeps dropping, you have to keep saying this.
I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg.
Only one Bujervan heeds your words.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
That line's also kind of funny, considering that Ondor's, again, the narrator. Yeah, blah, blah. Don't think we've actually been in here before. Maybe there are people in here who can hear us say loudly proclaim that we are Captain Bosch von Rosenberg of Dalmasca. So, in Dissidia Final Fantasy, there's like, an
I'm Captain Bosch.
unlockable set of lines, I think, for every character that references like a joke or meme from any of their games. I thought this was the area with the hut, but no, it's just the Calf Terrace.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
Take a guess what Vaughn's joke line is. Okay then. So if you say it in front of the soldiers, then they take your notoriety down to 0 because they all believe the lies. I actually didn't know that. You're probably thinking at this point that this is like, I guess let's try it on you and see if that also, yep, there we go. Such talk is not permitted in public places. So you have to avoid them when you're going around yelling, because they will kill your notoriety meter. So when I first did this, I was getting kind of frustrated because your notoriety drops over time, and you have to just keep going around saying this.
I'm Captain Bosch von Rotzenburg of Dalmasca.
Over and over and over and over again. There must be a better way, right? Well, if you keep spamming this on everyone you go... Oh, actually, there's a guy there. I probably shouldn't do this now. But if you keep spamming this around, you might eventually notice something.
I'm Captain Bosch von Rotzenburg of Dalmasca.
If you do it near the tour guides, you gain notoriety much faster. That's the puzzle that you're supposed to figure out here. It's the tour guides that you really want to make sure that you get the attention of. Of course, while we're here, there are actually a couple of places, like we've never been in this area before. So we can check out, for example, this residence, which I'm actually not really sure what it is. Oh yes, the Bujerban mud, yeah, that stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know if you can do this now or not, but there's kind of a mini quest in Bujerba where you can find those bottles of spirits all over the city in random places like bookcases and other things, and you can sell them to specific people who want them for 1,000 gil each.
I'm Captain Bosch.
Yeah, make sure that you hit up all of the tour guides. The Cloudborn, is there anything in here? I guess there might be anything. Needhog. Blue Basilisk. Status available and in Bujerba. Yeah, now I'm always positive that this is the their general term for monsters. Right in front of the Lusu Mines, that's convenient. And I believe
Bosch
that's...
lives!
Another one of the lines. That's another one of these guys. Yes, that stuff. It's still like, I don't know if there's a reward for finding all of them.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
But here's another one of these guys. Although we are getting dangerously close, because once the meter hits 100%, we are automatically taken to the next story sequence. So you might want to finish up your sort of business in town before you do that. Or, you know, you can kind of... Yeah, so if I were to holler to that guy, it would instantly start the next sequence. I want to kind of check to see if I can find that place, the Sky Stage, is it? You know, I actually wonder if the Sky Stage is in that area that we're trying to get into, the Marquis's residence, although it looks like the way in there is not blocked at this point. Skygrounds, there we go, not Sky Stage, that's something else. So there's somebody here who... who wants their pet tortoise killed. No, the real Sky Pirates may not join us. The guide. Ah, that would be you. Oh, this is another Mont Blanc hunt. Okay, so yeah, these ones are more difficult than regular ones. Site 2 of the Lusu Mines. Okay, then. I guess we technically can go for that now. Of course, I would have to get my notoriety back up again if I did that. What do you have? Just pretty much the usual stuff. Though we can buy gold needles and Chronos tears now. No, this is the best time to be doing this, but I can also get Tides of Fate now. That's 2 out of 3 quickenings of Volthia. The more you have on each character, and we can get one on Barsh too. The more you have on each character, the much longer quickening chains you can do. Oh, look at all these bone fragments we have from those skeletons. Yeah, if you haven't realized by now, enemies generally don't drop gil, so selling their loot drops is the main way you make money off of fighting things. It's a bit more realistic than your average RPG antidote set. Assorted leathers. I doubt these are going to be any good for this point in the game. Leather breastplate, leather headgear. Yeah, I don't know if those are really that good. Can get horned hats for those two, and also ring mail. Oh, they're selling much better stuff right now, and I think Bolthir could use a better gun at this point. That he can't actually equip because I haven't got the guns 2 license yet. And I will take that on Barsh, that will reduce his evade by quite a bit. Had to sell the Firefly to afford that, but I'm not really going to want something that reduces my experience gain to 0. And I was just thinking, like, again, this just comes from me not really remembering a ton of this game. Like, I know that once you fill up the notoriety meter, you immediately get taken to the next part of the story. And I forget if that launches you into another area, because I have a feeling I know what area comes after this. Where is the one who requested that? Oh no, they were right here, weren't they? Yep, you're the one who requested that hunt. So I don't know if I should actually try and take on the hunts in the mines now. Oh, what you call fiends, okay. Where the shaft splits into 2. Now, this being a regular hunt, it's probably not that bad, at this point, but we'll see. I could be incredibly wrong about that. Yeah, if you notice on the save screen here, you'll see that Bolthir and Barsh have 2 quickenings now. Of course, in the PS2 version, as I said before, that would have actually given them double the usual amount of MP, which is why quickenings are, like, licenses are especially important in the PS2 version. So if you're playing that version, make sure you prioritize the quickening licenses, because you really, really want them. So where the shaft splits into 2, that looks like what they were talking about. There's also the rock toys, but I don't know if we'll even really be able to realistically fight that thing. And I kind of want to save my quickenings just in case we do try and fight that, because it seems like the kind of thing that you want to use quickenings against. Also, I kind of want to control Barsh now, because I don't often control somebody using spears. In fact, in my first playthrough of this game, like, as you can see, the attack meter for spears doesn't charge up very quickly. Yeah, in my first playthrough, I don't remember using spears very much at all. Like, especially the Zodiac Spear, which I didn't even get. I am not sure why I'm wasting all of your time by just fighting basic enemies here, but, you know, just talking about spears and stuff. Some characters, I think, do have faster spear animations. I think Fran has one of the fastest, interestingly, so she's actually quite decent for using spears. Poison. Wow, these skeletons sure know a lot of magic. Yeah, combo attack with daggers does do like about 300, so if I get lucky with that, then I can probably out-damage spears that way. Had a feeling he'd be leveling up soon. Interestingly, Balthier has more HP than Barsh. I suppose that kind of makes sense. I've heard Balthier actually does quite well in a tanking class. Oh, it's right there, okay. I was wondering where it would be, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's directly in front of me. When he said where the shaft splits in two, they meant exactly where it splits in two. Okay, hang on. Oh boy, that's like haste and bravery. I'm gonna actually retreat for a second because I want to be using the oil fire strategy on this thing, and I have Fran set to the wrong set of gambits. Also poison. Unless it turns out that this thing is immune to... Oh, it does have a bunch of... Yeah, we don't have Dispel yet. Dispel will definitely help once we get access to it. Okay, so we're not doing a ton of damage. Of course it's immune to oil. Not really sure silence will work on it. Does have both protect and shell. Fire does a decent amount to it, though. In that case, how much... Hang on a second. Sorry to constantly be,
It cannot end us.
Ow. Something you can do to take advantage of this game's real-time systems. You can cast buffs on people. No, they're under white magics, even though like all the other buffs are in Greek magic for some reason. You can cast buffs on people before you go into a fight. Now I'm actually kind of wondering whether I should try and quickening chain this thing. I kind of want to and just see how much, although if I were to do that, I'd probably need Balthier in the party. Okay, it double attacked there. Gotta keep an eye on that. There we go, nice block. Uh-oh, it's going for Fran. It's realized that she's a big source of damage here. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad without buffs on. Of course, they'll probably wear off. And nice block there, Fran. More thunder on it. It's already down to less than half. Yeah, okay, maybe we shouldn't even need to quickening chain this thing. But before it goes down, I want to try and steal from it. Antidote. Why is it always that enemies that use poison either drop or have stealable antidotes? Things always just have whatever you need to cure the ailment that they call... That cure just barely did not get across in time. Now, unfortunately, Phoenix Downs don't revive a lot. This is one of those games where revival is very risky because, yeah, it does not actually restore a lot of health. Oh, it is attacking extremely fast now, so somebody else needs to Phoenix down. Like, this thing just really needs to go. In fact, I kind of just want to make sure this thing stays down.
How about some of this? How about some of this?
Fluid impediment with Barsh's level 2, so we're seeing that for the first time. Bosch destroys the universe by just punching it. There we go, it's down. That was overkill. I probably should have done that sooner in the fight, but I just wanted to make absolutely sure that it was dead. Now, I really wish we would have access to Cura soon. So, what I will do now is... How close is Fran to leveling up? Can I see? Very, very close. So I should probably fight some things just to get her to the next level. And then... I'm gonna head out, hit the save point, and then see if I can take on... I mean, I knew she was close, but I didn't expect it to be literally one enemy. And then I'm gonna, hit the save point and see if I can do that tortoise hunt now. I probably can't, but I'm just gonna at least try. Oh, Ariel's back. When I don't want to fight it, it's back. It's worth 3 LP though, so I may as well kill it again.
Yeah.
So, the rock toys is right where I thought it would be. But first, just want to cover something quickly. You might notice Balthira has Shell, even though I haven't cast on him. From getting a really big chain of skeletons, it seems like gold loot drops can actually give you buffs, which is kind of cool. It's a nice reward for, like, chaining. But yeah, the areas earlier on in the mines where, like, that bridge in particular, where skeletons just keep spawning, that's actually a really good grinding place. Also, nice tip there on the map screen. But yeah, it's a really good grinding place, and you can get a really high chain of skeletons there. But before we try and fight that thing, which will probably be a disaster, I want to do a few things. Firstly, let's get Balthira licensed to use a better gun. I think I'll just have him keep going down this path. Vaan. I almost have enough for Ninja Swords 1, but I can't buy any of those right now. Oh, okay, yeah, I think I was planning to go down this direction, because that gets him closer to another Quickening and another Ninja Sword, but it also gets him some things like Battle Lore and more HP. Alright, Fran was going to get this, which would let her get her first Quickening, which then unlocks the ability to get Vox and Poisoner, which I don't know if those are particularly useful. But yeah, the other licenses that are blocked by Quickenings are just, basically they're just increased HP. Alright, no, I had an idea of where I'd take Barsh next. It would be up here, because this leads to a bunch of battle lore and things like this. And also swiftness. I really, really want swiftness, so I'm going to be going for that next. There's also another Quickening up there. I think I've realized the reason why Barsh's HP is kind of low for this point is probably because he hasn't unlocked many of those HP plus licenses. Okay, so my plan here is to throw all my Quickenings at this thing, and then to throw all of my arrow motes at it. Long story short, I threw a bunch of Quickenings at it, and it still only had about like 30% of its health left, so I decided probably best to leave that one for later too. The Mont Blanc hunts, as I said before, seem to be a lot tougher than the regular ones, so I'll be coming back for that later.
I'm the Bosch von Rotzenberg. Don't listen to Ondor's lies. Don't listen to Ondor's lies. I'm the Bosch von Rotzenberg. Bosch lives!